From the very start, the Sopranos makes one thing clear. Watches aren't just status symbols. They're reflections of ego, ambition, and power. And just like in parts 1 and 2, these timepieces act as character studies, revealing who these people are without them saying a word. So far, we've broken down the watches of Tony Soprano, Christopher Moltisanti, Jackie Aprile Sr., Carmela Soprano, Junior Soprano, Paulie Walnuts, Richie Aprile, Sal Bonpensiero, Ralph Cifaretto, and Furio Giunta. And today, we're back with 5 more iconic watches, exploring what they say about the characters who wore them, what they're worth today, and why they still matter. Starting with Johnny Sack. Johnny Sack, John Sacrimoni, starts out as the picture of restraint, polished, composed, and far more diplomatic than his Jersey counterparts. But as the seasons roll on, a different Johnny starts to emerge, petty, jealous, insecure, and hungry for recognition. And the watch on his wrist, a Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chronograph, reference 49150B01R, is the perfect symbol of that transformation. I saw Johnny wear a few different watches over the course of the series, but this one was just different. It's elegant, expensive, and unmistakably upper tier. At first glance, it whispers class, but it also reveals something else, a need to be seen. Because make no mistake, this isn't subtle. With a 42mm case, integrated bracelet, and a solid gold case, this Vacheron may be refined, but in Johnny's hands, it becomes a status piece, a power move, a way to prove that he's not just another street guy. He's arrived. Inside is the Vacheron Caliber 1137, a high-end automatic chronograph movement with a 40-hour power reserve. Back when the show aired, it retailed around $30,000 USD, and today, clean examples often sell north of $45,000 on the secondary market. But more than the specs, what matters is what the watch says. And in Johnny's case, it says he wants respect. Desperately. Whether he's throwing a tantrum over a joke about his wife, or spiraling after being passed over, the cracks in the polished exterior become clearer by the episode. The Vacheron is luxurious, yes, but in Johnny's world, it's also a mask, worn by a man who wants to be seen as powerful, even if he's slowly unraveling underneath it. Tony Blendetto. Tony Blendetto, Tony Soprano's cousin. Fresh out of prison and trying to go straight until he doesn't. Blendetto is a man split down the middle, between the life he wants and the one that keeps pulling him back in. And on his wrist, a watch that reflects that duality, the David Yurman Belmont Thoroughbred T301. The T301 isn't about old world mafia tradition. It's bold, unconventional, and quietly luxurious. With its 35mm cushion-shaped stainless steel case, signature cabling on the bracelet, and clean white dial with silver Arabic numerals, it walks the line between refined and rebellious, just like Tony B. David Yurman isn't known first for watches. It's a jewelry house. But in the late 90s and early 2000s, the Thoroughbred collection made its mark. Distinctive designs, Swiss automatic movements, and a modern elegance that stood apart from the usual suspects. Inside the T301 is a 21-jewel Swiss automatic movement, precise, smooth, and always in motion. Much like Blendetto himself, trying to keep it together until he doesn't. Back when it launched, this model retailed for around $1,500 USD. Today you can find this specific configuration on the secondary market for anywhere between $800 and $1,000, depending on condition. It's not the most valuable watch in the series, but it might be one of the most telling. For a character stuck between two worlds, the T301 says it all. He's trying to clean up, but can't quite leave the shine behind. Veto Spataphori. Veto Spataphori, a man living two lives. By day, he's a respected earner in the Soprano crew, quiet, competent, always on time with collections. But behind closed doors, he's hiding a truth that could get him killed. Veto isn't just juggling business and family. He's balancing two identities in a world that only accepts one. And the watch on his wrist, an Oris XXL World Timer Chronograph 6907513, the perfect metaphor for a man split between two worlds. This particular model features a 40mm stainless steel case, a white dial with Arabic numerals, and a second time zone indicator, perfect for a man constantly straddling two worlds. There's also a date calendar, tritium loomed hour markers and hands, and an ETA 2836-2 Swiss automatic movement. On the back, there's an exhibition caseback showing off the decorated movement, a detail that only matters if someone looks a little closer. Just like Vito's life, normal on the surface, but full of secrets underneath. With a sapphire crystal, solid steel bracelet, and sports-style clasp, the Oris World Timer is built for durability, not decoration. Water-resistant to 30 meters, 12mm thick, with a 20mm bracelet, it's a clean, modest watch with practical complications. Retailing for around $1,200 back in the early 2000s, the Oris XXL World Timer now trades for $800 to $1,200 on the secondary market. A modest price for a watch that says a lot without saying too much. Brian Camerata. Brian Camerata isn't a gangster. He's not even close. A buttoned-up financial advisor with clean hands and a clean conscience, Brian is the kind of guy who believes in long-term growth and low-risk investments. But in The Sopranos, even innocence has a price. After helping Tony with a few business matters, mostly financial favors dressed up as real estate deals, Brian finds himself rewarded in a way he never expected. Tony gives him a watch, and not just any watch, a Patek Philippe 5037 1G. The 5037 is a 37mm annual calendar in 18-karat white gold, complete with diamond bezel and triple date complication. It's elegant, understated, and absurdly expensive, much more than the $15,000 price tag they mention in the show. Back in the early 2000s, it would have retailed for around $45,000. Today, that same watch trades for $55,000 to $60,000 on the secondary market. It's the kind of gift that says you're in, whether you like it or not. And like everything in Tony Soprano's world, nothing is ever just a gift. It's a transaction. Bobby Bacala. Bobby Bacalieri, loyal, soft-spoken, and about as gentle as a mobster can be. He's not flashy, not loud, and definitely not the kind of guy to push his weight around. Even in The Sopranos, where ego and violence are currency, Bobby feels like an outlier, a man who actually means well, at least most of the time. And to the watch on his wrist, an Ebel wave, most likely reference E9120F41, a watch that, much like Bobby himself, is understated, practical, and quietly dignified. With its 42mm stainless steel case, sleek 8mm profile, and integrated wave bracelet, the watch doesn't scream for attention. But it doesn't need to. It's powered by Swiss automatic movement and offers 100 meters of water resistance, along with a simple date complication. Nothing flashy, just dependable function. Back when he would have worn it, the wave retailed anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 USD, depending on configuration. Today you can find them on the secondary market for around $1,000 to $1,500, depending on configuration. And that's it for this video. Which TV series or movie do you want me to cover next? Let me know down in the comment section below. Also be sure to check out parts 1 and 2 of the Sopranos watches if you haven't already. Until next time, thanks for checking out the watch list.